Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This daily tarot oracle reading is Tattle Tales from the Vector. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. This is a collective or general reading, so just be advised that parts of it may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you, leave the rest. Also, this is a timely reading, meaning if you're watching it at this time, the timing is perfect for you. Having said that, if it was a while back that I posted this, what was going on in your life back then, that will give you further clarity as to your situation now. All right, so here we have it. We're going to start with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. And we have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is sitting on her throne next to God, and she actually is very, very intuitive. And so card is saying it's time for you to also use your intuition like the High Priestess. At this time, we do have a new moon coming up on the 17th of February. This is also the very same day that we have Chinese New Year, and it's also a solar eclipse. If you want to know more about that, I am doing readings right now. I just started them. So all the signs should be posted within 4 days or so from now. I'm not going to get too much into that energy right now because I want to focus on this reading. So this is saying use your intuition. All right, good idea. And we have the moon coming up. That's really funny. Yeah, just check out that playlist and you can get more information about that because I want to see what this reading is about. So it is talking about the moon coming up, I feel, or just in general with the moons. So just understanding that the full moon is a good time to release anything that you already haven't. And so we did have a full moon on February the 1st, and that full moon, if you were releasing then or you didn't and something's come up since then, yeah, it's a good idea to go inward and, meditate if that's how you do it, pray. And get to some sort of conclusion, let go of whatever you're still hanging on to so that when the new moon comes, that you're ready for new, because it's going to be a big moon. And this is talking about the sun, the moon, full, and also crescent moon. And so this energy is talking about the moon on upcoming, moon on the 17th, I think, in part. So this is talking about climbing out of the emotional waters and making your way to shore here, or up between the domestic dog and the coyote. They're both howling at the moon. This is you being brave enough to stay on your path no matter what. You're not going to let anyone take you off your path. That's the energy. And we have the King of Pentacles here. The King of Pentacles is coming in. That energy is talking about someone who is extremely well respected for having a lot of business acumen. This would be someone who might own a business and be doing really well. It could represent banker type energy, mortgage brokers, stock brokers. It could represent financial advisors, that kind of energy. Also, it could be the head financial advisor for a company, someone that you could turn to for financial advice, an accountant. If it's an accountant, they'd be a partner in the firm at this point. It's that kind of energy. And the pentacles do represent health, wealth, happiness, abundance in the 3D. Having said that, it's not just about money. Money is a very big part of it, of course. You need money to survive and be happy in the 3D world here on Earth. Having said that, you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle you want. So it's more about lifestyle in the end. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. And so the Four of Pentacles is saying that you do have a strong foundation for making money at this time. However, what's happening here, this card is actually about the 3 levels of making money. So this one is more about the money than it is about the rest of the abundance. In some ways, it is talking about lifestyle also though, because this is saying you do have a strong foundation right now for finances, but to be able to improve your finances, like, and really expand your abilities, you need to, this is talking about having safe money, and then this is going after your heart's desires and your crown and glory. This person is standing with his back to the city. This represents sometimes having to leave your comfort zone. But having said that, if you're investing in money, you want to make sure that, you know, you do all your researching, etc., and consult with an expert, of course, and regarding matters. But if you are that, you know, this is talking about wanting to, maybe you have a goal that you want to achieve, or you have an idea that you want to go into business with. So this is talking about more about the being in your comfort zone, or leaving the place where you're at kind of energy. It's taking that risk to maybe leave your hometown or whatever, and, you know, start over in another place kind of energy. And so sometimes we all have that feeling like we would like to, maybe you live in the country and you've never lived in the city before, and you want to move to New York, you know, that kind of energy. So it's talking about, you know, if you are planning to do that, then just make sure that you do all your research and consult with people that know the area, and consult with experts. Especially the pentacles can represent real estate. So you really, if you're purchasing any real estate, you want to really check it out, like really, really well before you make that purchase, and not just like do it blindly. Like, make sure that you you know, that you see what you're purchasing, that kind of energy. And that can also represent, on some level, it's just coming up, if you're online dating or something like that. Make sure that, you know, you protect yourself in that way also. We have the Queen of Swords coming in, and the Queen of Swords is holding her sword in her throne. That's her element. So her element is about, you know, the control of the mind, your mental intelligence, the thoughts that you have. And so she's been there, done that, and has bought the t-shirt, and she does not want to put up with any more bullshit. So she has her right sword up. She's willing to receive. Having said that, she does not appreciate anyone coming into her with regarding any deals or any interactions if you're not coming in straight. She doesn't like to play games at all. And so she's got her left hand out. Yes, I'm willing to receive, but off with your head if you come in here incorrect. And she has her head above the clouds, meaning that before maybe she couldn't see the picture more clearly, but now she does. She knows what she wants. She knows what she doesn't want. So this is that energy, just being very clear about that, and very discerning of who she allows into her inner circle, basically. Then we have the Empress coming in. So the Empress is talking about all four queens rolled into one person. And this energy is like, you know, we have the qualities of the Queen of Swords, who has learned discernment through probably challenging times. And we also have the Queen of Cups, which is representing love and unconditional love, and being able to love and enjoying, you know, the people around her. We have the Queen of Wands, who is passionate and uses her intuition and her ability to apply logic to her intuition for creative solutions to problems. We have the Queen of Pentacles, who is known to be very reliable and is also known to be very resourceful. She likes quality over quantity. So it's all of these and many more other qualities that the Empress embodies. So this energy is talking about generally, if you become an Empress in the tarot readings, it means that you've had enough life experience to learn these things. And so perhaps sometimes what happens if the Queen comes out like this and then the Empress comes out, it can be talking about the Queen of Swords is becoming an Empress because she's learned discernment. And then when she has the qualities of the other Queen, she might already have all the qualities of the other queens, but the one quality that she was missing was discernment. We'll see. It's too early in the reading to tell. But the thing about the Empress energy, of course, having all that experience and having all those qualities, this energy is talking about being able to manifest at a very high level and not be stressed out by it, just like chilling out. You know, she's sitting here on her throne. She's surrounded by wheat. This is representing her ability to plant seeds and then just allow nature and the universe to nurture her desires so that she can generate even more. She is said to be pregnant with possibility, and sometimes this can actually represent someone who is pregnant. And there we have the Eight of Pentacles. So now the Eight of Pentacles is also, like, it's interesting because having said that, the Pentacles are not about money only. We have the two cards here that it is about money. So someone in the collective here, or maybe several people in the collective, are really focused on the dollar right now. And I think that, I haven't watched, but I think the stock market was up and down, or Bitcoin, there was something to do with Bitcoin, that kind of energy going down. I don't know that much about it, so I just noticed it on the news somewhere yesterday, I think. So it could have something to do with that. So, you know, there's always ups and downs in the stock market, and these days the way the energy is, it's very volatile. So it's not surprising if, you know, the stock market is also volatile when people's emotions are volatile. But this energy is talking, it's the only card besides this one that's actually talking just specifically about the money, but also this one is about actually working on the coin. So this is actually making money. And this represents someone who's very focused on what their goal is here. And it means you've either started and you're on the second pentacle and you have 6 to go, or you have 6 done and you're on the second last one and you have just 1 more to go. And then we have the energy. Whoops, I don't take reversals. That was an upside down card by accident. So this is talking about, I don't take reversals in tarot because I feel every card has the potential to be right or upright or in reverse, depending on the context of the cards around it. And so the energy of the Wheel of Fortune is the past, the present, and the future all merging into one. And there's actually 3 wheels here, and they're just clicking, tick, 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 to come together to create synchronicities to put you on your destined path. And so this Wheel of Fortune energy is it's talking about having a change in fortune. So let's see what this is about here. In this bottom line here, what I'm doing is I'm building a pyramid here, and the bottom of the pyramid is what's going on right now, and also you know, the tools that you have. So it's talking about, it's a good time to use your intuition, and that moon energy for sure is coming up. You're very focused on the pentacle part, like of the reading. Also, money making is coming up, like some sort of energy that you have to make a move or whatever. That is you have to make a decision regarding money here, and I feel like it's an investment opportunity or something like that. And then we have the reconciliation card coming in. So reconciliation is talking about someone coming in from your past. They might have some idea that they want to share with you. This represents ideas. And it may be regarding an investment or some sort of money. And this is talking about reconciliation implies that there is a need for forgiveness. So forgiveness is the first step towards reconciliation. But you could forgive someone and then choose not to reconcile with them. Just because you forgive someone doesn't mean you want to hang out with them anymore, or, you know, be in their energy. So this is talking about this card. It's interesting because the moon is the very first card out, and it's saying use your intuition. And this is a card full of illusions. Like when you first look at this card, it appears that there's 2 children playing in the yard and someone's in the back there kind of watching over them. But when you look more closely, you realize, hey, those aren't children. That's a gnome, and that's a little lady here. And you can't tell, like, is that a young lady? Because you look at her from one direction, she looks like a young lady, but you look at her from the other, and she looks like an old hag kind of energy. The white flowers in these cups represent like innocence in the tarot, but you know, these white flowers, they're very beautiful, but they come from the nightshade family, which is a very highly poisonous plant. This is datra, and so this energy is talking about the illusion of these plants being innocent. They're very beautiful, and they bloom consistently and constantly, so they're, you know, really pretty in the yard. But if you have children, you wouldn't let them play with it because it is poisonous and it could make them really sick. Sometimes shamans use this card to create visions, and so that's another aspect of the illusion. But as I said, it's poisonous, and you'd have to really know what you were doing. You know, not recommended for pets or children or any kind of, or putting in salads or anything like that. So we also have, like, the energy here of someone watching over these children is actually someone who's walking away. So, like, this whole card is just full of illusions. And and she, even the little lady here, she has a mitt on, and it's a white mitt. That's saying, I don't want to get my hands dirty. So this energy, I don't know, it's talking, you know, we do have a Mercury retrograde coming up. As I'm doing this reading, it's the 12th, and it'll be on the 13th. Is it going to be Friday the 13th? That could be the energy. I'll have to look on the calendar after. But I personally don't have any illusions about the number 13 being bad luck. My first child was born on the 13th, on Mother's Day, and so I consider it one of the luckiest days of my life. But the energy is talking kind of like if someone from your past is coming in and you haven't heard from them in a while, and you have some reason not to really trust what's going on, you know, your intuition is yelling at you. Trust your intuition, and, you know, be really careful. People have a tendency to show us who they are the first time around, and so if you've gone on, you know, if it's someone that, you know, oh no, this is someone I can really trust and whatever, then that would be something. But especially when it comes to investing money and that any energy around that, we also, or investing in love. And isn't that interesting? Because I was saying that about online dating just out of nowhere, but there is no cups in here as of that point yet, but my intuition is just saying this could be about a heartbreaking decision has to be made here. So, you know, this is belonging, what is this information that's coming in, and is it coming in from an empress to the queen here? Because we don't see anyone else coming in, you know, and someone's been working on this. So I'm not getting like 100% that I'm all for this energy. We'll see what's going on. This card definitely is saying, like, you could be making a heartbreaking decision regarding your money if you're not careful. And this is talking about, you know, we have 3 swords in the heart, and at first when you look at it, it's very disturbing. But when you look again, you realize the heart is actually much bigger than the swords. And so the swords are like, these could be more like nails or, you know, pins, which would be bad enough. But at least it's something you possibly could recover from. That's the energy. This could be a cliff or some sort of energy like that with a cloud above it, not really understanding what's going on. But this also could be someone's throat and their shoulders and their head in the clouds kind of energy. And so this is representing like a heartbreaking decision needs to be made. There's been some sort of harsh words possibly said, or or you're not speaking with someone. It's that kind of energy. There's also an energy here of, in matters of love, that there is 2 people, a couple, where a third sword has come in and the third party has driven a wedge between them, and that usually represents infidelity in a relationship. Also, this card is saying that forgiveness, you know, like there needs to be some sort of forgiveness. So the energy that I'm getting here from the past is not the most strong energy here. So, you know, this we'll read some more here what's going on, but this card does say that there is a potentially heartbreaking decision needs to be made here. And that whatever is being presented could be an illusion. And I don't know if I finished my thought on the communication from Mercury in retrograde, but I think on the 26th of February here, we're moving into a retrograde time, and a lot of people find communication can be very scrambled or negative or not as reliable when Mercury is in retrograde. When a planet is retrograde, it means from the perspective of Earth, it appears to be traveling backwards. And so here we have, yeah, there's some sort of energy here about missing money. There's an energy of someone has put all this work into these 6 pentacles here, but the return has not been what they expected it to be. And it's almost saying like, hey, what happened? Like, I don't understand what happened, or I'm not willing to continue to invest in this relationship, this this money, in this business deal, whatever. Remember, the pentacles do represent lifestyle, so it could be I'm not willing to invest in being a friend with this person anymore. I'm not willing to invest money in this situation. I made an investment that I thought was going to be really good, and it was an Empress that came to me with this energy, but it's not turning out to be what I expected. And I'm wondering if I should just take my losses right now and just, move on kind of energy. We have the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth coming in as a gift from God. So it's regarding this energy here of the swords. Again, these are thoughts, your mental intelligence, and your ability to discipline your mind. When you discipline your mind, then you'll have freedom to be able to understand. And this is again saying, use your intuition as well as your logic. And I'm just getting like, if it's to do with your finances, be very careful. We have pre-Empress energy here. So here's the energy coming in. Okay, so remember what I said about this could be the Queen, and she's had enough life experiences now, and she's getting very close to being in the Empress energy. That's now confirming that. You see, this is pre-Empress energy, and this is the Empress. So I feel that the Queen is learning how to manifest on a strong level. This is talking about being very grateful for what you have and appreciating it. So, in appreciation, it means you're actually making interest on your investments, right? And so this is the truth. Some sort of truth is coming in around maybe what caused the Queen of Swords to be very cold. A lot of people feel that the Queen of Swords appears to be rather cold, but it's more that she doesn't, she's had something happen and she's had to cut ties with people. And so if you've cut ties with people in the past, it has elevated you more to an Empress energy. And if there's something that happened regarding a business or money or like something to do with that, and it could also involve someone that you love, then the wheel is turning, and that means that this energy is coming. And if it, like with that retrograde energy coming in, that's only like about 2 weeks away, we can start feeling that. So just, this is saying be very aware of any moves that you make right now when it comes to people from your past, and also people that, and the love life energy is coming up as well here. So this card is saying that this is pre-Empress energy, because she has learned that there's a ratio of how to deal with money, basically, and not just money, but with her time and energy. And so if you've ever heard of Nikola Tesla, he says, if you knew the beauty of the 369, that you would have the key to the universe. And so this is that kind of energy. It's talking, she has 6 pentacles on her, that she has her hand on. And that's this money here. She always makes sure that she hangs on to enough money to make sure she can look after her needs first, like so that she can look after her home bills, all of that kind of energy, any bills that she has, her needs, you know, that are necessary for her. And then these other three are more something that she's willing, like maybe a little bit more risky investment adventure. This could be wanting to give money to other people, you know, like friends or family that are in need right now, or giving to charity, those kinds of things. But the energy is talking about appreciation. When you have gratitude for something, you know, that means that you, you know, you have gratitude. You're very thankful for having it. And then if you also appreciate it, it means you understand the value. Excuse me. It's really, and this energy in my throat right now, like ever since this card came out, it's like I've got a tightness in my throat. Like it's like an energy of not being able to speak your truth, or someone not wanting you to be aware of this, of some truth. But God is bringing the truth in, and you will get to the truth. So this is really being very careful to make sure you maintain this ratio. It's talking about learning the give and take in life. And so this isn't just money. This is how much money do you, or how much time and energy do you want to invest in other people, you know, and how much are you going to invest in yourself? Are you, you know, if you are investing in something, what is the give and take in it? You know, what do you expect for a return? Is it a fair exchange of energy? That kind of energy. And this energy is saying that because of this happening, of taking a loss here, that, you know, after working very hard and going after your heart's desires, basically, I feel that what happened is now you're way more discerning than you used to be, and you're not, that also is represented by the falcon there. The falcon represents having the foresight to see the big picture. Yeah, really interesting how I don't have a sore throat or anything, but my voice has been affected since this. So here we have the death card coming in. So this, don't panic, this card very seldom represents actual death. This is talking about a transition happening. And so with this, of course, with the destiny here and the Wheel of Fortune turning, there's going to be some sort of transition in energy. And we do have, like with this new moon energy coming up, with it being, you know, moving from the year of the snake into the year of the horse, moving from, you know, we just moved from a decade-long cycle when we left 2025 and entered into 2026 into a new cycle. Like it wasn't just a new year, it was a new decade-long cycle, basically changing. And then we also have a lot of energy in the astrological forces. I don't want it, because I could go on about that, and I'm doing those separately because of it. So look that up on my playlist. I have a new moon and full moon playlist, and I also have a playlist for the energy of the New Year energy, and for the Chinese New Year, and also I did Valentine's Day readings on that playlist. And I also do readings for each of the signs for the beginning, the middle, and the end of the month. And I've just posted those, so they talk a lot more about that. This energy, we have the horse energy coming in, and that's why and it's sitting on the moon. And that's like it's about 4 days from now from this reading. So I feel like this is significant for you. And then we also have like some people not wanting to accept the change. And then these youngsters here, the little one there, she's got a flower and offering it to the Grim Reaper and saying, hey, would you like a beautiful flower? And it talks about wanting to grow. And, you know, be able to expand your horizons, and also in all ways. And this is also representing that eclipse energy coming in that I spoke of. So there's light at the end of the tunnel. When there's a solar eclipse, you know, the sun is blocked out. And so for a small amount of time there, we don't see that, we don't have the energy of the sun shining down on us, and we feel that because the sun represents God. This is talking about the star energy coming in. So this is the tools that you have and what's going on. This is the energy of the obstacles that you're coming across here. And now we're moving into having the courage to be able to move forward. I just want to check my phone because I just heard it do something weird. No, it's still good. Okay. I realize that my battery might be a little bit short here. That's okay. It'll be okay. We have the star energy coming in here, and this is talking about putting her own special qualities into the water of the universal pool, then taking that and doing alchemy, like mixing her energy with the universe, and then bringing that onto Earth. And there's 5 streams of energy here, and those 5 streams are represented in the star on the pentacle. The star on the pentacle actually represents following your North Star as well. So does this. This is saying the North Star. And interestingly enough, these are the Pleiades. My oracle that I'll use to clarify this after has 7 dragons coming in from the Pleiades that represent the chakras in our body. So this is talking about following your North Star, and that's why the wheel is turning in your favor. This energy is also talking, and it's interesting because human beings are made up of a great deal of water. It's like around 70% for the average adult, and the scientists have now discovered that stars also are made up of a high amount of water. So we have the Emperor coming in. So now that's, and that is sitting on the truth and the, wanting to expand your horizons and the energy of not playing it small, not selling yourself short kind of energy. So the Emperor matches the Empress energy here. Sometimes the Emperor is someone, it can represent that you're going to seek some sort of financial advice regarding the situation. If it's an investment, good plan. The Emperor is all about performance. He has his armor on underneath his robe. And so this energy is talking about, again, him embodying the qualities of all the kings and each of the elements that they represent. So, with the passion, very similar to the Empress energy, but in a masculine form. And then we have the Knight of Wands coming in. So there's some passion. Someone's very passionate about something. Now, I am looking at this and I am feeling like this Empress energy, because it's sitting on here, and I feel it's wanting advice from the Emperor. The Emperor is someone that people do go to advice from because he is like an alpha male and extremely, at the top all the time and well known for being able to perform at a high level. Like, if he's very intelligent and he's always at the top of his game, like just ready at a moment's notice to handle opportunities. And you'll see like it's coming from the direction of the Empress that this information is coming in. So the knights represent the energy. In the old days, the knights would they would work for the king and the queen, and they would deliver messages for the kingdom far and wide. And actually, we haven't had any form of communication come in that's regarding a message being brought to someone. And so this energy, it feels like there's some sort of truth coming in from the Empress energy to the Emperor, because the horse is moving towards here. So this energy of the Knight of Wands is a very Sagittarian energy, like the archer that you set goals and you shoot your arrows into the sky and they land in the heavens, basically like that kind of energy. Tunk, 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 tunk. Everything that you are hits their target. And this energy, he's got this big red plume on the back of his helmet here, because this is representing being a bit of a hothead, but he's learned to rein his emotions in, knowing that it's important not to let them run. And again, now this energy is very similar to the fire horse energy coming in on the 17th with this new moon. So there's a lot of energy here. And this is saying, again, like it's good to be passionate. But having said that, be very careful, because don't do anything impulsive. If you've ever ridden a horse, like the danger with that energy, with the fiery horse energy, again, I said, you know, your horse can get spooked and run. If you've ever ridden a horse, you know that the bridle, or the bit in the mouth, is what controls the direction the horse goes in. And the corner of the horse's mouth, are very sensitive. And so they can feel, just by slight pressure on the reins, which direction you want them to go in. And if they get spooked and they get that bit in their mouth and they chomp down on it, you will not be able to direct that horse. It will just, and if it's, in particular, if it's spooked, it could run, and it could run for miles really fast, and it's a dangerous ride, because all you would be able to do at that point is hang on. So this is talking again about the dangers of impulsive energy. The Queen is sending this message because she doesn't want, or the Empress is sending this message to the Emperor, I feel. And it's because she wants advice regarding some sort of investment with someone from the past, it looks like. And maybe this is the energy of the Empress and the Emperor maybe not being together anymore because of this energy. This quite often means there's a divorce or a separation. And yeah, so it's something like, I feel like, to do with that. So we'll see some more. Okay, and then we have this energy of the Three of Pentacles coming in. So now the Three of Pentacles means that it's a good news, bad news card. The good news is that you are highly elevated in your position right now, and it's sitting on the Empress energy. So that really makes sense. This is pre-Empress and now Empress. And so what this is talking about is other people are really starting to notice that you're becoming successful. And you're a master of your craft and whatever. And this quite often means that it's a very unique quality that you have. You know, it can also represent that, like, this is a sculptor, this is a stonemason. And these people want to collaborate, they have plans. But you being on the bench represents that you're the one who has the control over, you're highly desired. And like, nobody wants me to talk about this as soon as we get on this energy here. You're highly desirable at this time because people are recognizing you're very talented. But having said that, they may have ulterior motives from what yours are. And it could be just an energy of you're not in alignment with the way they do business, or it could be an energy of not wanting to sign a contract that you're held to for any length of time because you're not you're in a position where you have several offers coming in. And so this energy, I feel, is talking about you might be the valedictorian of your class and you just got your degree. You could be like someone who is a professional athlete, and there's a whole bunch of teams scouting for you. So it's not just about the money. It's about the lifestyle. Like you could go and play for a team and it's a real cold place and you don't like being in the cold, and get a little bit more money for doing that. Or you could go to a place where it's nice and warm, that you have family close by and you have friends by, and you would really enjoy that, and the weather better, but the money isn't as good. It's that kind of energy. But this also can represent secret society energy for me. So just saying again, like the Empress is either sending a message to the Emperor about this energy. Hey, be careful. Maybe he's making the investment. I know these people from the past, and I had a bad situation with them, and now they're about to approach you. You need to be aware of this energy here. Or it could be like she's in this energy and she's saying, I want to know what these people, can you look into it? Who are these people? Because something's telling me not to invest with them. And it could be just as simple as someone from when you grew up or whatever is involved in it, and that's what's catching your eye, but you haven't seen them for years and years or even decades, right? And so you don't really know, you're not sure of the investment, and you're asking for his advice, or you're sending him information regarding an investment. about the people behind the scenes who's involved in this investment. And this is talking about multitasking. So this is like being really busy, and this can also represent juggling money. So this can represent an energy of like, this is an infinite potential, but somebody's juggling these pentacles, you know. And it can talk about, this card is saying juggle your options, but never juggle your morals. And what I don't like is it's on this heartbreak, reconciliation path energy. And here we have all this good, you know, mojo here. And here we have this, you're busy making money. Now, is this making money in an illegal way? Is the people that you might be investing in, are they a little bit on the shifty side? And so this is the energy that I feel that you have to be really careful. Again, my intuition is yelling. I'm like, yeah, be really, what is this about? Especially if it's someone that you haven't heard from a long time, and you've had an experience with them in the past where it really had a negative effect on your money. Be very careful about having anything to do with that energy. This is talking, it can be talking about juggling morals here and getting you involved in something that gains momentum, and then you're not able to deal with it. And we're seeing that right now, like played out right before our eyes on the world stage, aren't we? With all those files coming out and all these people like finding out, oh my goodness, my name's on the list. And it was just one email that was sent, and you don't, you know, there's not really any substantial proof there, but you don't want to, you know, be investing when you're in this elevated position. You don't want to be taken down by other people's energy. You want to be uplifted by it. So again, it's like, really cross your T's, dot your I's. Don't, like, be very careful about contracts. I'm not giving you, you know, this is something you, like, if it's an investment and you want to go for it. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just telling you the energetic feelings I'm getting on it is to make sure you consult with experts about it. And then, yeah, there's some information coming in about this investment or this pentacle, and it's sitting again right on this. So the page is actually, is similar to the Knight energy, but the page has been working, is more like someone under the age of 21, and someone that has probably been working for the king and queen in a smaller aspect inside the palace walls from about the age to 7 to 14. And this energy could be someone, again, that you knew when you were in high school, or that it's that kind of energy, kind of like that kind of, you know, at the page starts off around 7 to 14, and generally it would be someone that is in like high society circles, and or it could be a distant cousin of the king and queen. And we also see some energy coming in on the world stage regarding that right now with those files. There's a lot of energy coming out of that with the royal family and that kind of energy. So it's talking about that same, whatever happens on the big scale, as above, so below, so below as above kind of energy. So we can learn a lot just from watching the news and seeing what's going on in, you know, in people that are leaders of the country and what they're talking about and what's going on. You know, they'll be talking about new businesses they're getting into, investments that they're making with other countries, etc. So we can, you know, learn a lot that way, and we can also, you know, get some information that way. And it also can be representing on a smaller level what's happening in the average person's life, and how the decisions that are made at the top affect the people below kind of energy. So this is some sort of information coming in. And of course, on the old days, it would be, you know, by like same as person, but like now it could be, you know, a text message, a phone call, you know, an email, a social media post, that kind of energy. And then we have judgment being called here. All right, so yeah, so judgment, especially if it talks about investments, is like, what's your return, basically. That will tell you quite a bit. Also, it could be, but this is talking about judgment from the spiritual realm down to the physical, like spiritual court down to regular day court. And so with this energy, the ancestors are actually coming out of their box cheering because this is happening, and the descendants are waving, you know, from across the veil. That's what's representing. And so this energy is talking about, it can be like Pandora's box being opened, or skeletons coming out of the closet. You know, things maybe you didn't know about your past that had happened to your grandma and your great grandma, and that kind of energy. We have, I'm just looking here, what other cards do we have regarding court? This sometimes can represent hiring a lawyer. This energy of, well, you know, this heartbreak could be about a lot of things, and we talked about that. But it's like, you know, if it's sitting on this information, and when you are in a court of law, you say, you know, I'm going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God, and swear on a Bible energy. And there's a major transition coming, and there could be some people that want to collaborate with you that might be on this energy of not being totally on the up and up about how they're making their money. So yeah, there's some energy here, but it's not like, you know, overwhelming, except now we have this card coming up. So now we're, okay, this is talking about white collar crime kind of energy. We have a thief. It's not a thief in the night, it's a thief in broad daylight kind of energy. And it's a weird card. He's a walking contradiction, so we don't really know what he's up to. It's got to do with this energy here, this information that just came in though. It's talking about, like, there's 7 swords here, and he is sneaking away. He is on his tiptoes. He is looking over his shoulder. For some reason, he's left 2 swords planted here, and he's sneaking off with these 5. He's not watching where he's going, and he's holding, look how he's holding the swords, like it's like he's that's a very dangerous thing to do, to hold swords like that. If he trips, he could cut his hands off. You know, that's really not smart to be doing that. So this is a walking contradiction in many ways, and it can talk about, I mean, sometimes it can talk about innovative energy in thinking. I with the cards around here, I'm like, And what also came up, it's just a few readings ago, I realized the words, the 7-year itch came up, and I did a reading about that, a daily reading. I think that was like 4 or 5 days ago from this one. And it was the first time it came up, you know, the 7-year itch. And the 7-year itch it's a really interesting energy, because it came up, and like there was a movie with Marilyn Monroe that way back, like in the 50s, that was really popular, and it was called The 7-Year Itch, and it was about a man that was having an affair with Marilyn Monroe while his wife was at the cottage or something, some sort of energy like that. And how it you know, I don't know, it was the 1950s movie, but the energy of the 7-year itch is talking about that there's statistically that a lot of relationships, when they fail, it's around the 7-year mark. In committed relationships such as marriage, or, you know, when you have a common law or whatever, after 7 years, it's they all of a sudden the relationship turns bad kind of energy. But it also can represent if you've purchased a house and no longer want to live there. And that was the kind of, and this energy again, I don't know. I feel like, because the pentacles can quite often be about real estate. You know, this is about, the element is the earth, and it could be about land or that kind of energy. And so, you know, again, this is again a warning saying, like, if you're signing any contracts or anything, really, really check them out. Look at the fine details. Read the fine print. Okay, so because this could send you on a new journey, this energy, and the Fool is starting at the 0 point, and you want it to be a good journey. So it's that kind of energy, because this is the transition coming in here. So this is talking about this energy could change your life and put you on a totally different cycle here, because judgment has been called. So what's this about? This could be everything you wish for. So sometimes this does represent innovative energy. It can be someone with some good news about an investment coming in that, you know, that the energy here with the Nine of Pentacles, it was some smaller amount of money that you invested in. It's blown up and it's something really big now. So this is talking about more on a public arena energy. So this is talking about wish coming true, something that you really wish for. This is 9 cups. There's only 10 cups in the tarot. This is talking about now, whether this is past, present, or future. Are these cups behind? Are they on top? Or are they, you know, forward? And this person is behind, sitting on the stage, and everybody can see that you're highly favored. Everybody. But he has, this is saying many a race is lost. You're very highly favored, but many a race is lost in the last lap because you get distracted by other energy. This is saying again, stay focused, stay on your paths. Don't go for any illusions. Use your intuition. You are a star. You're highly desirable right now. Make sure that anything that you sign or anything you do is in alignment with your goals at this time. Yeah, quality over quantity, being resourceful, that kind of real steady energy of the Queen, making really strong choices. You know, not impulsive choices. That's what that is saying. Otherwise, it could end up being in this energy here, where you're in a mental prison, and also, like, this is talking about being duty bound. So being in a situation where you feel that you have to do something because it's someone from your past that maybe is in your family or whatever that you care about, and they're asking for your help, but or they're asking for an investment and you don't feel strong to it at all. This energy can also represent not just a mental prison, but a physical prison. And it's sitting right on this energy where there is some illegalities happening here. So we have the energy of the Eight of Wands coming in. So the Eight of Wands is talking about conception. And remember, we said that the Empress can actually be represent a pregnancy. So this could be some, you know, when we were talking about the Sagittarius energy where you're shooting at the stars and then the arrows land, tung, 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 tung. This can also represent these eight thoughts that, like, if in the past you have found that whatever this person has done has put you in this kind of energy where you're always like feeling kind of nervous, like what did they do now kind of energy, you know, that it feels kind of shifty to you. This is saying that they're trying to launch something right now, and be very, very careful. Be very careful of the actions that you take. There's only one thought left here. So yeah, I'm just getting like a negative energy around it. It could be that you've resolved a lot of it, because when you look at this, I feel like this card quite often represents that there was way more water here. And water represents emotions. And this is negative emotions. Look at her. She can't see a way out. She feels duty bound. This is either talking about taking action to get away from it, or people taking action towards you kind of energy. I feel like there was a lot more water and it's dried up now, but it took a lot for you to get out of this energy. And she's got her right foot forward on dry land, and then she has one foot still left in the puddle. So there's only one thought left here, one sword to deal with, and then she'd be free of this energy. But she can't. This is saying go inward and use your intuition. And then we have the Knight. So this is an older version of this. I'm getting this energy coming in again. This is someone you knew from when you were younger. Like, this is someone, the information is coming about this pentacle is from someone that you knew in your childhood or elementary school or high school. And now it's been some time since you've met them, because look at now, this person is grown up. the pages start off and around the age of 21. If they have enough money to buy a horse, then they're able to become a knight if they're put up for knighthood by the king and queen. This is the slowest moving knight in the deck. This is someone who's very deliberate. And this, when they come in with information, generally that information is a legacy, like it's a lot of wealth. We're talking about, generational wealth coming in here. So some sort of information coming in around that. Whether this is good or bad energy, there is some issue here. You can see that, like, this is not someone that's happy. And then there's this action. Now, is this action being taken on this person? They've been put in prison now? Is that the energy? Or is this saying, be very careful, because you could end up, if you get start investing with these people, this could be the energy that you're in. You could be launching that, and this is the energy coming in. Again, information about this. I don't know. We have the world, so this is the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. This could be the last thought that you have regarding what happened here. And this could be resolving, and now this is, because this is representing some sort of major achievement. So I feel like this could be information coming in about something that happened in the past to do with your money, and now it's being resolved. But there's some energy here I don't like at all about, there's just some real negative energy in here. I'm going to go up from the bottom. The past is so there's watch the illusions of the moon, the new moon coming up, the year of the horse. There's some major transition happening. You're a star and you are on a new journey and you had everything you wish for, and this is talking about the pentacles coming in, a legacy of wealth. You're at the top of the pyramid here. So this is really awesome energy. This is being careful. Where are you investing? Who are you investing with? What is going on? What do people know about this? Because this is like, you do not want to be in this energy. And it's someone you know from like your childhood. You've known them since your childhood or high school. They've been juggling their morals possibly, and they've heard, like, they want to reconcile now because they know something about this money maybe that you don't. I'm going to clarify this for those of you that want to. If you've enjoyed this reading so far, please do give it a like and comment, and consider subscribing to my channel. And I would really appreciate it if you did, and I would be honored if you subscribed. I'm going to clarify with my oracle, Tales from the Vector, and this is TAILS, Tales from the Vector, and I have a website, talesfromthevector.com. So this energy is from the Intergalactic Federation of Light. I started working on this oracle in 2007, and in 2020 I completed all the paintings, and now I'm getting ready to bring the deck out. I have the painting part done now. I'm an artist. It was a lot of really big paintings, 3 feet by 4 foot dragons flying through the sky with crystals, and they all have a place that they came from. I had a lot of fun with it. I've had it out and about at psychic fairs in the past, and when I used to teach seminars, I played with it there a bit also. And so now I am getting ready to write the information up. And so just, as in relationships and in investments, what looks good on paper, sometimes when you put it into action, it's different than it is on paper. And so that's why I'm working with the cards before I write it up some more. All right, so let's see. In the description box below, I will put the cards in the order they appear. And then you can look up there. So they say, a picture can paint 1,000 words. So, but it feels like there's so much potential here, and at the same time, my intuition is just an uneasy feeling in my gut. Kind of. Oh, here we go, and here's the energy of the cards that are wanting to come out. First and foremost, there could be a tower coming. There we go. This is a reality check of some sort, so be aware of that. The battle star is coming out, so this is about having courage right now. This is talking about, the battle star is talking about make sure you breathe, make sure you use your intuition again. And it's something to do like with, like the moon energy is very intuitive. But, you know, it's saying if you can discipline your mind and remain calm here, then you can be in a position where you can have the freedom, you know, to be able to enjoy whatever this is coming in for you. We have the karmic space of anger. So this is something, I don't know, there's some energy, someone's angry about something. I don't know if you're angry about someone or if that's anger. It's talking about this finances. It's sitting right on this money here. And this is why maybe the ancestors are cheering, because this is something regarding pentacles that they've been watching, and there's something going on here. This is air trigger temper, so this is someone, like this can sometimes represent someone's angry about a family inheritance or something like that. We have temperance, so temperance is sitting, being patient, yes. So this is saying, again, don't be impulsive, just look into it. You don't have to, if anyone's trying to pressure you into doing something right now, you don't need to be pressured into it. Take control and do it in your own time, in your own way. We have the pride, karmic space, all or nothing. And my voice, you notice it's changing again here as we approach this. Someone doesn't want me to do this reading. I really, like, it's kind of like that, don't talk about that stuff now, call it. But I'm like, yeah, I'm going to talk about it. This energy is coming in for my collective here, and this is the karmic space of pride. So this is all or nothing, hear me roar. So sometimes people are in that energy where everything has to be absolutely perfect, like they'll have this super clean house or it's super messy, but there's no in-between energy. And this is talking about extremes, you know, but you need to learn to be comfortable in the middle, so you don't have to go from one extreme to the other. And then we have the all-star energy, which is about the third eye chakra, insightful. So again, using your insight. Sometimes this energy can be someone who has gone inward and is just not wanting distraction from the outside world because they're trying to figure out what to do here. We have the sun coming in on this. So God is looking over this energy and is making sure that this information comes in. It's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God. And this may be something that you've been waiting to hear about or waiting to take action on. Or it's saying, wait, don't rush again. That's what it's saying. Don't sign anything. Don't agree to anything. The hangman is about having, the hangman balances from the tree of knowledge and hangs there until he upside down so he can get a different perspective on everything. And so this energy is talking about, you know, hang in there. don't rush into anything. Don't sign anything without clarifying it with experts, with lawyers, you know, that kind of energy. We have Pisces energy coming in, and that's talking about that division again when Neptune has left Pisces energy and is moved into Aries energy. That's talking sink or swim energy. A lot of people that aren't aware of the astrological influences were maybe planning on things going a certain way and they're not going the way that's planned. And so why, like if this is someone that you haven't seen or heard from, why are they contacting you right now? And do you have an investment coming in? Are you aware of that? Judgment is coming in, and this judgment is coming in from God himself. This is from the spiritual realm. Only God can make a judgment on other people. This is spiritual court. And then the spiritual court energy is coming down to earth. And then we have, and I just want to say that when I have signs coming in here, my goal isn't to identify, oh, it's a Pisces that did this or whatever, but it could be true that for you it resonates. It's like, oh no, there's a Pisces involved, and I can, you know, that could be true for you. Follow your intuition. But for my purposes, we all have a little bit of each sign in us, and I want to focus on what can we learn from the energy of that. If you get your birth chart done, you'll know where Pisces is in your chart, for instance, and that would, you know, if it's your sun sign, it's going to be very predominant in your life. But if it's just in one of the other signs, like, or in one of the other houses of the 12, then that energy will be presented there. We have the Aries energy. There again, see, we're talking about, remember that energy of Neptune being really idealistic? And it's kind of like the people from your past are thinking, what happened to this person was like a baby, They were so idealistic. It was like taking candy from a baby, that kind of energy. Be careful is what I'm getting. It could be a really good and it could be a wonderful surprise, and it also could not be. And I'm just getting like, because we're in this stage where we're moving into a new way of doing things, and just with the current energy on the planet right now, just with all the files coming out and all these truths coming out about people that appeared to be very high upstanding individuals with really good reputations on the outside, and all of a sudden now there's proof, and sometimes some of it, it's all alleged right now. I don't know enough about it, but it's just smeared all over the news. Oh, this person's name and this person's name. So I take it that with a grain of salt, but at the same time, it's just an iffy time to make big investments right now because of just the energy around. You have to be really careful to make sure you are making really logical choices here, consulting with people that know what the paperwork says, that kind of energy, and also taking your time to research it, so that it might be the right move for someone else but not for you, and so be really aware of that. We have the ego energy coming in, so keep your ego in check right now. When spiritual people talk about the ego, they're not, the ego is basically like thinking that you are just like, just some person on the earth and you're just an individual, but you're actually a soul traveling in a human body, and you have special qualities. And a lot of times we don't see how important those qualities are, but other people do. So sometimes something that comes really easy to you might be something, wow, everybody can do that, but you don't realize, no, not everybody can do that. And so it's you're highly favored right now, and you've put the work in. Look how hard you've worked. So you want to make sure that you make strong choices right now. Dissension. So there's tactics being played out right now, and with friends like this, who needs enemies? Swimming with sharks. A lot of people regret having certain relationships right now. People that are like very wealthy and in power and have all the best advice and everything, and they're in regret with having friendships with other people that were involved in a big mess out there. And so if they, with all of that, ability to get good consulting and all of that, if they can be in that position, so can we, right? So you need to really, again, it's saying, I feel like it's really good energy coming in, and there's a lot of potential here. And at the same time, just really, really, check into every part of it before you sign away on something that you might really regret, because you might be really playing, you don't want to sell yourself short here. I'm getting that you've worked very hard and you deserve to have the best outcome that can be possible. And I also feel like you have time to do so. Like if anyone ever is trying to rush you into making a choice that's a big, important choice, then, it usually doesn't work out to be like it's not all that, basically. So I do hope you've enjoyed this reading and that everything works out really well for you. It's, like I said, really positive energy with very good news, bad news, be careful energy attached to it. And please do give it a like and comment if you've enjoyed this reading, and consider subscribing to the channel if you resonate. It would be my honor if you did so. And I will be back with another collective reading for you tomorrow. Bye for now.